Hi and welcome to my channel. It has been 4 weeks since I picked up a cue. In that time I have got married, I have been on honeymoon travelling about 10,000 miles. I'm still extremely jet lagged. I contracted salmonella in Mexico from a lizard bite, so I'm not going to try anything too strenuous today. What I'm going to attempt to do is a simple break and run and talk through my thought process on each shot and show you where I'm hitting the cue ball. Now, a lot of my videos are aimed at improving you as a player through teaching you new skills or how to play a specific shot or improving your technique. But one of the most important areas is how to make a finish easier. When a good player comes to the table, that's what they're looking to do. They're looking at a pattern that makes it as easy as possible. And that's what this game is all about. How to make it as easy as possible to take that finish away. Now, you can learn that through experience or through watching good players or videos like this where you can see a live environment and you can hear my thought process as I'm going along. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have more insight into what it is that you're looking to do when you come to the table and you're trying to finish it off. Okay, I made 3 off the break there, but it wasn't the best split. So I'm looking at the table, I can pot that red or that red. Could even pot that red. This one's probably the easiest, but my cue ball is, because it's thin, my cue ball's run away. I'm going to cannon that yellow. Yellow balls, I could pot this one into there. I could plant the red onto that yellow. So I'm just looking at the problems here on the table. So for either colour, the black ball is a problem. It needs moved, doesn't go. Well, it will go in here. If you take reds, it would go in there. I think there's too much to do in the reds here. Because I'm taking this one, first of all, in there, these two are a problem and need moved. I'm not guaranteed an angle off my next shot to be able to move them. So I think yellows are probably a better option. And again, that ball there is an issue, but I can take it first go. So I can plant the red onto it and that gets rid of that problem. Then that just leaves me with this. This one isn't great, but it's potable. So I think what we do is we take the plant first. It's quite a tricky one as well, that if I play it full ball, I'm going to cannon another yellow, which I would want to try and avoid, but it's quite a tight gap here. If I want to avoid that yellow, it's quite tight to try and get my cue ball into there. But I think that's what I'm going to try and do, because it leaves an easy pocket for that yellow in there, and then we need to work out where we're going to get our angle to move this here. These two balls aren't bad. You know, if I leave myself here, I can pot this one in the middle and cannon into them. If I leave my cue ball right here, I can pot that one and go into them. So let's see where we lie after the first shot. So we avoided it. I wish I'd hit that harder. I could have got my cue ball into there. That would have been a good option. What I might do here is, what I'm going to do now, a little change of plan. So I could pot this one, but my cue ball is going to end up near that red, probably behind it. I could try and force an angle to get my cue ball to there, which leaves me on that one to there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opportunity to pot this one up there, so it's a more difficult pot. But if I just stun it on and off the cushion, I've got this yellow into there, which gets me freeing up that ball. Hopefully when we free up the black, we stay on that one, we pot that one in there, and then down for a tricky one to finish. And hopefully our black ball is out and open. A little bit of a miscue as I hit that. I kind of my cue ran over the knuckle, which is why my cue ball has ended there, which isn't great. I'm going to have to dig down on this now, which I didn't want to do. Should have been a lot easier than this. But I managed it. That was a key shot there to judge the pace, to make sure that the black still goes, and we're almost perfect. The difficulty, so I'm straight on this, near the cushion, so I can't do too much with the cue ball. The difficulty is going to be getting from this ball to there. Ideally I would have liked to leave my cue ball there and gone through the gap, but now the black is there. I can't, if I could hold my cue ball here, then I could screw into this position. I can't really do this, so I might need to try and leave myself, I don't want to leave myself about here. I'd rather leave myself straight so I can pot that and come on and off the cushion. Don't want to leave myself high on this. If anything, low is better, but ideally straight. Now this is a shot, I'm straight on this. This is a shot that normally I would play with left hand side, so I would pot this, cue ball would come to here, the left hand side would kick in, bringing me down here, which would make that a far easier pot. But there's a risk that I would go cannon into the red. I might put a fraction of left hand side in it, because if I screw it straight back, my cue ball's going to end up here. That's going to be a horrible shot on that. I might even be better leaving it there. I'm going to attempt a little bit of left hand side. Don't want to put too much and cannon this red ball. I might take the chance actually, because even if I do, I don't think I'm going to. No, I need to put a little bit on it. A little bit and that's it. So there was what I was worried about. I was going to say it's not a disaster if I cannon it, because I'm going to be much closer to the yellow. It's going to be a thinner cut, but I don't have to do anything with the cue ball to be in the black. Now I do actually. I need to pot this, but my natural angle is for the cue ball to come here. There's a risk that if it comes here, I snooker myself on it, so I'm going to have to hit it harder and get my cue ball back across. Back past this line to here gives me a big margin for error to get in that black. So this is all about pot and speed. Got the pot, and so you see I purposely made sure that I hit that hard enough. It leaves me a shot at the black. It's not the easiest, but it leaves me a shot. And having a shot in the black is better than trying to be too precise and not leaving yourself a shot in the black. So let's see if we can pot it and finish this ABZ finish. Yes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.